Hey my beautiful Sagittarian peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your rest of March 2024 tarot reading. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Do want to mention as always before we start, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below if you guys would like to book me there. Alright? Either way though, hi Saggy, how you guys doing? And let's see what's up, man. Let's see what we got going on here for the remainder of your March 2024. So, what is coming in for Team Sagittarian, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the remainder of March 2024. What do we got showing up? Starting out with the overall energy, what do we got? And we got a Tower. Ooh, some pretty big energy coming out here for you. Could be connecting with a Scorpio potentially, but typically with the Tower card, this is a representation of some sort of foundation here that's no longer serving you. So with that being said, if the tower is broken, no point in rebuilding it. Sometimes it's best to scrap that tower and start new. Build on a better foundation, right? You know, if the foundation of a home isn't good, the home and the rest of the home is not going to be good within itself. So you got to have a brand new foundation. So I do see you guys being in a period of time here where something is shifting and changing. I think something's not the same for you jumping throughout the rest of this month. So it's like, okay, it is time to let go and it's time to build elsewhere is what I'm picking up on so far. Let's have a look and see what your main focus is going to be throughout the month here of March. What's going to be the main focus here for Sagittarius throughout the remainder of their March, please? Main focus. What do we got? Six of Pentacles, bringing yourself back to a place of peace and tranquility. You are looking for balance at the end of the day. And I think that ultimately, as difficult as it's been, you are primarily focused on getting things in order. So I'm not sure what isn't working for you anymore with the Tower. Maybe some of you guys are dealing with a job and unfortunately that job gave a massive pay cut and it's like, okay, this isn't serving me. This isn't a good job anymore. I need to find something that's going to help me get my coins in order, my money in order, my finances in order. Same thing can apply though with a person like a friend, a romantic partner. It doesn't really matter whatever the relation is to you, but it does feel like, okay, if we're not in a place anymore where we can have a genuine relationship, and if it feels one-sided, Six of Pentacles may say, I'm focusing on equal give and take. I'm going to focus on people who give back what I give them. So I see right now, it's like I need better. I'm acknowledging where I wasn't the best. I need what is worthy and deserving of me and that I'm worthy and deserving of. Period. Absolutely. Let's see how you're navigating this focus. How are Sagittarians going to be navigating this focus throughout the rest of their March, please? We got here a Four of Pentacles. We also have here a Seven of Pentacles. And we have here a Magician card. Four of Pentacles, and I never usually get this with the Four of Pents, but I kind of feel like you're saying, I'm holding on to my value. I'm holding on to my worth. So I'm not going to settle for less with the Four of Pents. Seven of Pentacles here says, I need to just focus on making the right investments. I also need to be a little bit patient though too. So how you're going to navigate getting your Six of Pentacles is by being patient and by not settling for less. It's like, I'm not going to settle for something that isn't worth my value. So this may be a bit of a lengthy process. It may take time, but I'm going to make sure I get what I deserve at the end of the day. So Sagittarians, it's like, I ain't fucking around. I'm getting what I know I deserve. Magician card here says, I'm holding myself accountable. I'm making sure I'm showing up in that energy and I'm not settling for less. So how you're navigating through your focus here is like, I want better for myself and I'm going to make sure I hold myself accountable so that I don't settle for less here throughout the rest of the month. Cool. I like that, guys. And as you should, period. Moving on forward, guys. Let's hop on into what good things are coming in for you throughout the rest of March. So what good stuff is coming in here for Sagittarius throughout the rest of their March 2024? What are some of the good things happening throughout the rest of the month? Hello, Two of Cups. I love it. Looking at the next card, we have here the Nine of Wands. Moving forward from that, we have here the Fool, and we also have here a Six of Wands showing up too. I think if you've been kind of nervous to do something, one of the great aspects about March is that you feel fired up. It is Aries season, so Aries season is very powerful cardinal fire energy, and I think that you're going to feel very fueled here to go connect with what you want and get what you want and get what is your just due. Which is very much so a lot of what I'm seeing here as a focal point for the reading. It's like, I'm getting what I deserve, baby. I'm getting my just due. So I see over here with the Two of Cups to the Nine of Wands, you're not in a place of hesitation. You're making sure you connect with what you want to connect with. Fool card here says, I'm not afraid to take leaps of faith. I'm not afraid to take a bit of a risk. I'm going to try things and see if it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And Six of Wands here says, being in that energy of giving things a chance is actually what's going to make you very successful. So I feel like what's going to help determine your success this month, Sagittarius, is about what you're willing to try. You know, if you are saying to yourself, Tower card came, my job screwed me over, they cut my pay, I need a better job. Being willing to try a job you've never done before may actually be the best thing you've ever done, because even if you know nothing about it, it might turn out to be something you love, something you make a shitload of money in, something that you become successful in with that Six of Wands, right? Same thing when it comes to love. Maybe you recognize this partnership isn't good for me anymore. I got to go out there and be single and maybe get a chance at meeting new people. And you take a chance on the new people you meet, and it may be a very successful relationship moving into the next coming of months. So the point here is guys, try something new this month. Even if it's out of your comfort zone, even if it's something you've never done before, it may actually be a very successful adventure. So that's some of the good things I'm seeing here. Honestly, with risk, there will come reward. And I'm not talking about genuine risk. It's more of just like giving something a chance is what's granting you these rewards. So I think that's a really good aspect so far. Oh, I hit the wrong button, guys. Sorry. But that's a really good aspect here of your month, okay? Moving along here forward, what other good things are showing up here for Sagittarius throughout the rest of March 2024? Let's take a look. We have here a Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. We have here a World card as well. And lastly, we have here a Two of Pentacles followed up here with the Ten of Cups. So looking at some of the other good things showing up for you, Queen of Pentacles is great. You're prioritizing yourself 100%, making sure your wants, your needs, your desires are well taken care of. Like I said, when I saw the Six of Pentacles come out, I knew immediately this month, guys, you're not messing around. If someone doesn't deserve you, they're not going to have you. If something is you settling for less, you're going to not settle for less and make sure you get more. Like, you're really about making sure that you're being treated fairly and you're getting your just due. So Queen of Pentacles here says you're prioritizing yourself. World card here says I'm jumping into a whole new cycle. You know, and I think that it has a lot to do with maybe the past, because in the past, maybe you tolerated a lot, maybe a lot more than you should have. And I feel like March is kind of the tipping point where it's like, I can't tolerate what I don't deserve anymore. Tell me about Sagittarians' past a little bit. What did they used to tolerate in the past? Eight of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like you stood by and defended a lot of people in the past who maybe weren't treating you the best with the Five of Swords, because the Five of Swords could be representative of somebody who doesn't necessarily, maybe they're not physically harmful, but they're hurtful with their words, right? So even if this was a friend, a romantic counterpart, maybe a family member, I feel like you were ride or die for your people. You know, you were ride or die for your homies. And at the end of the day, you recognized I can't be that way anymore. A, if they're not ride or die for me, and B, if they're disrupting my peace, is it all really worth it? So you've come to the realization in the past, like, I've been devoted to people who didn't deserve my devotion. Or I've been devoted to like a company that didn't deserve my devotion, because where the hell was my raise after being here for 5-6 years, you know? Which is insane, by the way. You don't get a raise by like the third or fourth year. That's nuts. You should get a raise like every year, right? So at the end of the day, I think you're at a point, Sag, where you felt like you have tolerated so much within your past, and March is that tipping stone where it's like, fuck no, I'm getting my just due. All right, moving forward, because I know we talked about that a lot. We have here also a Two of Pentacles and a Ten of Cups. So looking at some other good things coming in for you, I think that you are starting to see your fortune change a little bit, guys. The Two of Pentacles is like keeping something alive or getting by. Ten of Cups here says you're finding, I feel like the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups is trying to say like you're weaning out the people in your life who aren't the best kind of people for you. So the Two of Pentacles is like weaning things out and weaning things in. You're kind of balancing out and like taking a look at the pros and the cons. So I feel like this month you're pretty aware of like who's good for you and who's not. So this can be a month where you may no longer be close to certain people, or maybe not even associate with certain people just because you could see their true intentions. However, though, you're keeping the people who are really good for you and healthy for you close. So I think that while there may be some losses, you have way more to gain by keeping your circle a tight circle of good, genuine people. So that's really fantastic to see coming up here too. I like it, man. A lot of good stuff so far. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what's showing up in your challenge. What challenge may Sagittarian face or challenges throughout the rest of March? What challenge or challenges may Sagittarians face? We have here the Temperance, which is the Sagittarius card, and we have here a Nine of Pentacles. So finding happiness within yourself could be a bit of a challenge. And I also feel like this correlates to why you were so tolerant in your past too. Give me one sec, guys. Thank you. The reason you were so tolerant in your past is because maybe you were searching for happiness out of other people, right? Maybe you were searching for happiness through a romantic partnership. And even if that person didn't treat you the best, it's like, well, they do treat me good sometimes, and like that's where my happiness comes in. So maybe you never found it easy to find happiness within yourself, so you were looking for it in external things, and that's okay. Like, it happens, no judgment there. So I think that in your past, you know, you were looking for happiness through external situations, and you've had a difficulty finding it within yourself. Coming in throughout the rest of March, it's like it's still a little difficult to find all the happiness I'm looking for within me, but granted, it's a challenge. You're up for the challenge. You're still working on it, so that's good. So I feel like you're still working on finding self-fulfillment and happiness from within, and that's what you've been building up on throughout this whole month. And even though, like I said, it may be challenging, you're rising to the occasion nonetheless, so that's great news here to see. Let's have a look and see, though, if there's anything Sagittarian may want to avoid in March 2024. Is there anything they may want to avoid at this time, so that we can give them this information so that they can dodge it? Is there anything Sag may want to avoid? What do we have here? We have here the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords. Definitely avoid trying to start up again with anyone you are separated from. This can be past romantic partners. So if a past romantic partner comes back, you know, a blast from the past, it may be smart or a smart choice to avoid reconciling with them, even reconciling with old friends. This could be a good time right now to try not to start up things that, you know, ended originally, especially with Mercury being retrograde at this time. It's never usually a good idea to restart the past when Mercury is in retrograde. So I feel like first and foremost, if you want to avoid anything, try to avoid a reconciliation from the past. Try to stay focused on what you're doing now and what you have in front of you now, rather than anything from the past, okay? So that's definitely something to avoid. Anything else, though, for Sag on what they may need to avoid throughout the rest of the month? What do we have here? We have here the Page of Swords, and we have here the Judgment. Interesting. I feel like you may feel a little bit, what's the word that I'm looking for? I guess like an urge, if you will. But that's not the main word I'm looking for. But anyhow, you may feel the urge possibly to check in on certain people. Like the Page of Swords can be the stalker card of the tarot sometimes. But I feel like you're trying to fight the urge from checking in on certain people. Like, it could be people of your past. So like, for example, if it's an ex-partner, maybe a part of you wants to go check out, you know, their Instagram or check out their Twitter or something. And it's like, yeah, I should probably avoid that. So try to avoid, you know, snooping in on people from the past. But in general too, try to avoid just being in other people's situations this month. I feel would be a really good idea. You know, Page of Swords here says try not to be too invested in what other people got going on, because unfortunately I see that maybe it could potentially fall back on you. So a little bit of a word to the wise, just try to like really keep to yourself. Like if something concerns you, involves you, totally different story. But if people are like being very drama filled this month and trying to include you in drama or drag you in shit that's got nothing to do with you, it can fall back on you if you get invested. So really try to steer clear of that stuff is what I feel. So definitely something to note here too. But let's go ahead and see about one or two more things that you may want to avoid this month, and then we'll go ahead and hop into the next section of the read. So is there anything else Sagittarians may want to avoid throughout the rest of March 2024, please? We have here the Four of Swords, and we have here the Four of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, you really just want to be mindful, guys, of continuing to avoid people you have chosen to avoid in the first place. I know that came out pretty interesting, but bear with me for a second while I explain it a little bit better. If you have chosen to leave people behind, continue leaving them behind. There's a reason you did that in the first place, so just try to keep on walking forward. If you have left behind a job, you've left it behind for a reason. Keep searching for something new. If you've left behind a lifestyle, adapt to this new one, right? I feel like the universe is trying to say, Sagittarian, this month there could be temptation to turn backwards. don't allow yourself to take a step back when you've already taken 100 steps forward, okay? There may be temptation. I think that's the word I was looking for earlier. There may be tempting moments to turn back on something or to go back to some sort of area in your life, and I feel like it wouldn't be helpful. I think the best thing you can do is only focus on marching forward, all right? Sorry about that, Sagittarius. I accidentally hit the wrong button again throughout today's reading. So without further ado, let's go ahead here and continue. So we're going to hop on in now into your career and your finance section, and we'll see what's going on there. Afterwards, we'll take a look at love and then the outcome and stuff. So let's see what's up, man. What do we got regarding career and finance for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the remainder of March? What's going on in the career and financial sector? Bum, bum, bam. First card coming out is going to be a 10 of Cups. Cool. Some of you guys could be possibly having a wedding this month. If you are, wedding gifts are looking poppin'. But there also could be some nice money coming through as well from loved ones, from family members. That's really great to see. Some of you could be receiving financial support from family. If you've had a tough time, there could be some sort of financial support coming through from family members or people that you consider close to you, like family. So that could be happening for some of you in the career and finance sector. What else do we have? If some of you are working, some of you might start like a wedding gig, like taking wedding photos or working at venues. I don't know why that was popping up for job, but yeah. Either way though, 3 of Pentacles came out. We had 2 cards fall out. We have here a King of Cups. We also have here a Hermit card showing up too for the career and finance sector. So let's go ahead and talk about it. 3 of Pentacles is great. Things are coming together. I feel like I want to say if you're a Sagittarian who's had a little bit of a tough time with money recently, I feel like you're starting to feel like it's all finally coming together. Maybe bills are not as heavy anymore, or if you've had major expenses, luckily those expenses are over now. You have time to kind of save, set aside and save more money. So it feels like things are getting back on track financially, especially if you haven't felt so financially secure previously. King of Cups is like that puts you in a good state of mind. You know, financial worry and any sort of financial issues can be incredibly taxing on a person, which is definitely understandable. So to be in a better place financially, it puts you in a better place mentally, right? We also have here a Hermit. Hermit's wisdom. So you could be gaining some sort of financial advice or wisdom here that can be coming through from family, or maybe some of you guys are just doing a lot of research this month on how to invest your money properly or how to grow your money, how to save better. So I feel like a lot of you are getting interested in more of the financial space or in the financial aspect of life, if that makes sense. Maybe some of you watching are like in your 20s, and it's like, okay, like I can't really blow my money anymore on that, you know, at the bar, you know, shit's serious now. So like I want to really take into consideration how to be better with money and how to manage money better. So I see a lot of that coming in, even if you're not a younger person. It's like, I think a lot of this stuff coming up for the month financially, for the aspect of finances, it's like I just want to make sure that I'm doing better for myself, right? Let's look at career though. Is there anything showing up in career for Sagittarian in general? Any good stuff in career? Anything they need to be aware of? Let's see. 3 of Wands. If you have been waiting for a response on a job, Star card, 2 of Wands, a job response may be coming through. You have the job. I love it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sagittarius, quick word to the wise. If you've been waiting for a call back, you can be getting hired. If you had done an interview for some sort of promotion, you're getting the job. So I see confirmation of that sorts coming in here for you throughout the rest of March, which is great. So there definitely seems to be promotional status, and there definitely seems to be a job offer if you've been waiting for that to come back in for you. So that's really great news. Anything else in the career aspect for Sag that they may need to hear throughout the rest of the month? We have here the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like a month for opportunities. Watch out, though, for certain opportunities. 7 of Swords came out. 7 of Swords is typically a card that could represent deception. Also, with Mercury being in retrograde, Mercury sometimes can make things out to seem really positive when maybe it's not exactly as it seems. So one thing I will say is that there's good stuff and good news and good opportunities showing up. I just want you guys to make sure you really look into what is being proposed. So let's say somebody's like, hey, you want to come work for me, and you're at a current job already. Somebody else is trying to, you know, come get you to work for them. Really read the fine print. Really be extra mindful of like what you can expect day to day before you commit to anything, and especially guys, before you sign any kind of contracts whatsoever. Just pay very close attention. Read the fine print. See something, you know, twice. Check something twice before you make any full-fledged commitments, okay? All right, though, guys, let's go ahead and keep it moving forward. We're going to hop on into your love reading here now and see what we got coming up in love for Sagittarius. Let's start out here with Sagittarian singles. What do we got for single Sagittarian peeps throughout the remainder of March 2024? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's showing up here for single Sagittarians throughout the remainder of March? First card, actually first two cards coming out. Eight of Swords here to the Emperor. Some of you guys seem to be a little intimidated by a specific person, or you could be intimidating to somebody else. I've known Sagittarians to be quite intimidating in the past, so this could be the energy of you being intimidated by a specific person, or vice versa, they're intimidated by you. Either way though, single Sagittarius, what's going on with you in your love life? We have a Sun card. You seem pretty happy dappy, which is nice. Moving forward from that Sun card, we have here a Page of Cups. I think you're happy because you're vibing. So word to the wise for single Sagittarians, it kind of feels like you're vibing with somebody right now. You're not taking it too seriously. Don't mind this mess of cards on my desk. At this point, I'm running out of room, but roll with it. For single Saggies, it's like, you're talking to somebody, there's definitely a vibe there, a connection there. You're getting to know them. You're happy with it, how it is right now. I don't feel like you're trying to rush too quickly or move things along too quickly. I think that ultimately here, you're just having fun. Like I said, you could come off a bit intimidating to somebody or vice versa. Maybe they're intimidating. Who knows why that is? Just a random message, I guess, to throw out there. But I feel like you're having fun. You're not looking for a full-fledged commitment yet. You want to get to know somebody a bit better first. And I think that that's a good call. It's never really a great thing to rush into relationships. So giving yourself that proper time to know somebody, to build rapport, to get a feel for who they really are is definitely a good way to go about it. Now, jumping into Sagittarians that are in romantic relationships already, what do we have for you guys? What do we have here for the Sagittarians that are already in romantic relationships? We have a Nine of Cups. We have here a High Priestess, and we got a Page of Wands. I like it. Igniting the spark or reigniting the spark. For those of you that are seasoned veterans in relationships, maybe you've been in a relationship for like 10 years now, you know, sometimes you could feel that spark go out when you're with somebody for so long, but inevitably that spark comes back, right? So it kind of comes in waves. Sometimes the flame is lit, sometimes the flame is blown out, then it's relit again. So for Saggies that are in relationships, I feel like your spark is coming back with your person. You guys are like choosing to spice it up. I feel like you guys are choosing to go out on dates more this month. You're choosing to spend more time with each other. It's like, hey, I love you. I'm with you for a reason. I want to feel closer to you though. And it could be you feeling this way, or it could be your partner. However, though, I see both of you coming together saying, okay, if one person feels distant, let's focus on warming up our relationship again. Let's do things to be more intimate with each other, to be more closer with one another. So I do see a lot more effort showing up in that department, thus bringing you and your romantic partner a lot closer. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's get down to it. We're going to hop on in now into your official overall outcome for your month. And then that'll be that, okay? So what's going to be the overall outcome here for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the remainder of March 2024. And what do we got? We got here the Queen of Swords. I like it, guys. I really do. I think I talked about earlier in the read how you guys are just not settling for less whatsoever in March 2024. And why should you? Okay? So you guys are getting to the point here where you're not afraid to speak your mind, which most Sagittarians never are. But you're not afraid to speak your mind this month. You are seeing things very clearly too. Like you have clear sight and a clear seeing, or clear, well, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for here. I guess just to put it this way, you see things clearly in the month of March, right? You're seeing people for who they are, you're seeing people's intentions, but you're also seeing a clear-cut path of what you want for the future, and you're making sure that that's what you get. Period. So Sagittarians, you know what you want, and you're going to go ahead and get it. You want it, you got it. Okay? I love it, Saggy. Guys, I want to thank you so much, man. Like I said, despite this mess of cards, I want to thank you guys so much, man, for coming out here to your remainder of March reading. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it so much. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please do thumbs up the video, hit that like button, guys. If you're a new person here and you've never, been here before, if you enjoyed, come on down and subscribe. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into my ever-growing soul family, so consider subscribing if you'd like to. Of course, guys, personal reads, if you'd like one, you can always head over to my website. It'll be the first link in the description below if you want to book a reading with me, okay? All right, Sagittarius, I love you. Have an amazing rest of your March, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.